Now, have you noticed changes in your hair during midlife? So many of us will experiencing thinning, perhaps even hair loss, with hair becoming drier and more brittle. In fact, I think it's important to know that if this is you, you are not alone, because 65% of women experience hair loss and thinning during midlife, thanks, yeah, you've guessed it, to perimenopause. And I've said it time and time again, the hormonal changes that we go through during menopause have just so many far-reaching effects, far beyond those hot flushes that everybody else seems to talk about. And yeah, hair, skin, nails, they're all affected, and hair in particular, because our hair growth cycle is regulated to a great degree by our hormones, notably estrogen and also testosterone. So as these hormones fluctuate during midlife, we are far more likely to see a difference in our hair. So it stands to reason that we need to adapt our hair care routine as we age. So I thought I would just share in my bathroom here a few of the things that I think are my absolute hair heroes for keeping my midlife mane in check. So first up, of course, I think it's got to be shampoo. And when it comes to shampoo, the key things that I look for are something that is sulfate free and also colour safe, because I've got a load of colour in my hair, so I do look at the ingredient list. A couple of things that I really like, actually a couple of brands in particular. Percy & Reed, we've talked about them before on my Instagram, so their volumizing shampoo I think is excellent, really good for helping to maintain volume if your hair is thinning or feels a bit finer. So it's also really good not only to be sulfate free but also free of silicone, and silicone is useful for adding shine, but it can really weigh the hair down. So if you leave that out of a formulation, the hair feels lighter, fuller, bouncier, which is really good in midlife, I think, when our tresses are feeling a little bit on the thin side. So I like Percy & Reed volumizing shampoo. You can experiment with different ones to find the product that you love. I actually also really like this. So this is from Michael Van Clark, and it's the Angelica Rose shampoo. It's sulfate free and all of that, of course, because it's really good quality. I like Percy & Reed, but I love the smell. Oh my gosh. I can even smell it through the lid here. It is just so good. I use this. It smells of roses, and it's just, I don't know, I just love it. They've also got a matching conditioner, you can see. So in terms of conditioner, I like something that's really moisturising. I get my hairline, so around here, coloured every 6 weeks or so, and then I get a full head of bleached highlights and lowlights maybe once a year. So all of that colour in my hair can be quite drying. So I do definitely always use a conditioner that's going to keep my hair kind of looking glossy in between hairdresser visits. I'm actually loving the matching volumizing conditioner. This is really good. Percy & Reed, they have really good conditioning products. They also have like overnight hair masks, which I love too. There's a lovely one that has a little bit of lavender in it, so you kind of get double benefit there. And also in the sun, I'm liking from Michael Van Clark, this is the Lifesaver UV, and it's a leave-in styling treatment, so it also protects hair from the UV range, and I think it's actually a really good thing to use just to keep your hair glossy but also colour safe as well. And if you are struggling with hair loss, Percy & Reed make a very good scalp treatment, and that actually you just massage that in and it helps to promote hair growth for stronger, healthier hair. Clinically proven, super simple to use, doesn't leave your hair greasy or sticky. You just massage a few drops into the scalp and the hairline after washing your hair, so you leave it in, make sure it's sort of evenly distributed, and then you can just style your hair as usual. But there have been some really good reports on that. I will make sure we pop links, by the way, in the caption below so that you can go and check out these things if you are interested. So when it comes to styling, there's a few things that I do. I like to thicken my hair. So this again is Michael Van Clark. It's the volumizing blow dry spray, and you just lift the hair and spray that into the roots and blow dry. I find that is really good. I also like their new Eureka blow dry balm, and I find that if I use these products, then actually my hair will last longer before in between washes. I normally get an extra day or two out of it. If I want just a little bit of gloss on the ends of my hair, I will use this classic. It's from Aveda and it's called Brilliant Emollient for Hair, and I've used this for decades, and it is silicone based, I'm pretty sure, but just a few little drops on the ends do really give a gloss, and again the smell is great. You know, we're just determined by smells, aren't we? However, when it comes to smell, the one smell I really don't like is hairspray. So whenever I see this in a chemist, I buy it. I buy it in bulk. It's Elnet, so it's classic hairspray, and it's the green label, which you don't often see. It's unscented, fragrance-free, really good and just very fine. Absolute classic. Don't like the smell of their other versions, but this one, you know, because, you know, we don't want our hair to smell of hairspray, do we? We don't mind if it's a really nice smell. But anyway, so that is my choice. Lastly, in between washes, sometimes I use this, Batiste. It's an absolute classic, and it's a dry shampoo, so you just lift up your hair, spray it on. If your hair's looking a bit greasy, again, it will kind of keep you going an extra day or so. It's also quite a white powder, so just be careful, because if you're very dark, it can make you look a bit grey and ashy. Of course, if you're blonder or you've got lots of highlights, it's actually quite good because it can disguise your root line. But I like this. This is just the original one. They do different fragrances, which I don't like particularly, but I think the classic is quite good. But actually, I have discovered something that I think is one up on that, and that's the Percy & Reed Instant Volumizing Spray. So this is really good for extending the hair because it sort of takes away some of the greasiness, but it gives you volume. You just spray it into the roots. It's actually got like a spray can. Can you hear that little agitator in it? And it is really good, actually. If your hair goes a bit flat, then this will give it a bit of instant lift. And I guess lastly, let's talk about what goes on the inside. So I do take a couple of supplements for my hair. I like spermidine. This is Youth and Earth. I've got this here in the bathroom. Take it every night. A couple of capsules. I write about this actually in my book, A Better Second Half, because it's a longevity supplement, but it's also really good for hair and hair loss. The other one that I rate also for skin, obviously, is the Ingenious Beauty Collagen. Also very beneficial for joints, nails and hair, so definitely one to keep in your arsenal. I take normally 4 capsules. You can take maybe 3, but I kind of up it to 4. I was talking to Trini the other day, I think she takes 6. So yeah, so this is really good, and I tend to take it in the morning, but frankly, you know, you can take it whenever. And I guess lastly, let's kind of come back to how I started, talk about hormones. So hormones are key to our hair growth cycle. Obviously, adding back hormones as we age is something that can really help. So HRT, again, yet another benefit. So many people report that their fine hair becomes thicker and fuller, and they don't see so much shedding in hairbrushes and things afterwards. So these are my absolute must-haves. We do have affiliate discount codes on some of the products that I've talked about, so I will be sure to make clear that we have a list below. If you've loved this, don't forget you can share and find lots of ways to transform your health and well-being in so many more ways. Actually, of course, in my book, A Better Second Half, it has a lot about skin and hair and nails as well as longevity. One last little thing actually before I go, I never thought I would be in love with a hairbrush, but this, it's crazy, and my kids love it. I've had to buy so many of these because they just steal them. It's from Michael Van Clark, and it's called the #1 brush. This is actually the silver one, and I got the silver one because then I knew it was going to be mine. So if it ended up in, you know, one of my kids' bags, I could tell that it was theirs. But they do black ones as well. I really like it, and there is also a discount on the hairbrush. So, you know, hey, take it from me if you're looking for a really good hairbrush. This is the one. Anyway, let me know what you would like me to cover in future videos. You can drop me a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that usual stuff. Until the next time we chat, go well, and here's to fabulous hair, darling, throughout midlife and beyond.